Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us about 20 miles south of downtown L.A. at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and our home team. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in week 15. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Okay, ready? 55! All day, dog.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Looking to throw on second down. Patterson. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
50, plant. 55,
on first down, Patterson setting up the screen for Cook. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
On the double. 55. Eat. All day, baby, all day. Defense.
Off the play fake. Patterson. He's got his man on the crossing route. That one good for 26 and a first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Check three. Check safety. Safe. Shoot.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Patterson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, These are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Taylor. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Let's go now. Here we go. Let's bring it.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, L.A. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no.
It's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run. They're running it.
To throw is Taylor. He's got Smith here. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go, D. Anxious.
2nd and 5 now. Taylor. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. They'll run on first down. Hunt. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Kareem Hunt with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. He's showing the different ways he can hit you in this first quarter. 1 rushing, 1 receiving touchdown.
He's showing us he's not just a stereotype, isn't he? Not just a guy who carries the ball in the backfield, can get out into space, make plays with his hands downfield. That's a pretty good combination right there.
Defensively, you'd prefer to be going against the stereotype, wouldn't you?
At least you know where he is, right? That gives you a chance to get more people to him and get him on the ground.
After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
What's the General West.
They start the drive with Cook. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
We won it. Come to my world.
From the gun on 3rd down. Patterson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Taylor, and he completes it to Hunt. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Here's Taylor to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. 4th down, and on his Ty Long to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now Cook. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color Right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. On 1st and 10, Patterson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now a run with Cook. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Topper!
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run the counter with Cook. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Patterson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Patterson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's go. 50, play. I don't think you got it, son. Let's go.
Throwing on 1st down. Patterson. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Patterson. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. A final shot before break. Patterson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They started on the ground with Eckler. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Taylor, that one is caught by Hunt.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And it's taken in at the 9. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They run it again with Cook. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Patterson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Here's King. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now it's Taylor. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Taylor on third down throws incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
39 yards there, a big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Cook. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Another carry now for Madison. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, touchdown number 15 of the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Bailey now for the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Chargers 21, Vikings 13.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Chargers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, it's Taylor. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Off play action. Patterson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Patterson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him on to the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. 2nd and long. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. That's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the...
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Second down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long, it's Taylor. Caught by Allen. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. Badgley's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, "I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you."
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Pilot, 64. Weak. Let's go.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give running right. It's Cook. Avoids him at the 40. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going